Once the American archaeologist Giorgio Bocciolati grasped a handful of soil from the ancient kingdom of Tarqa in Tell al-Ashara on the Euphrates and said, "When we are in Syria, we are amalgamated with history itself. For every grain of its soil forms an illuminating letter in the book of eternal human civilization." More than 53 international archaeological expeditions working in Syria confirmed that human communities existed in the river basin of the Great Northern River for more than 1 million years, and in the Euphrates basin for more than 750,000 years, and in the Orontes basin for 500,000 years. According to Jack Coben, these in Al-Qum, north of Palmyra, dates back to 200,000 years. This is the Syria of many civilizations, and we will tour over 70 internationally recognized historical sites. We'll see these sites from air and then from the inside. In addition, we will listen to what has been said or written about them by the world's greatest historians and archaeologists.
تعتبر دمشق أقدم مدينة عامرة، ويعتبرها المؤرخون بمثابة جدة المدن. واكبت الحياة وواكبت مسيرة الحضارة الإنسانية عبر العصور. إن اسم دمشق
This is what was said to us by Bashir Zuhdi, director of the Damascus National Museum. Above Damascus, the plane hovered. The pilot was one of the finest. We can see the originality and the modernity of Damascus, boasting in its new form of beauty, proud of its great history, embodied before us by the Umayyad Mosque, which is considered the most ancient and beautiful among Islamic mosques in shape and decoration. This is the historical citadel of Damascus, separated from the Umayyad Mosque by the oldest Arab and Islamic souks, Al-Hamidiyya, which in turn leads to Al-Zahiriyya library that was built by Sultan Bibars, and to Damascus alleys, gates and walls. The plane flew by and thus enabled the camera to catch wonderful details of this timeless city, which attracted every single expedition that has ever come to Syria. All these expeditions assured time and time again the fact that Damascus is the most ancient capital in history. The historian al-Maqdisi affirmed that Damascus was given its name after its founder, Damashq bin Qani bin Malik bin Arfakhshand bin Sam, before the birth of the Prophet Abraham. Damascus was an Aramean kingdom in the 2nd millennium BC. Archaeologists in 1965 discovered pottery dating back to the mid-3rd millennium BC. Pharaonic scripts found in Tell al-Amarna, where a Belgian expedition is excavating, affirm the presence of Damascus before the Aramean period under the name Dimashqa, which means the irrigated house. The name was later changed by Romans and Greeks to Damascus. In the past centuries, many European travelers wrote about Damascus, like the English Sir John Mondel and the French Pierre Belon and the Portuguese Sebastian Manrique. In Damascus, there are many famous sepulchres of saints, scientists and politicians, like that of Prophet Yahya, Sukaina, daughter of Hussein, Bilal al-Habashi, Zainab and Ruqayya, sisters of al-Hassan and Hussein, Habiba and Salama, wives of Prophet Muhammad, also the shrines of Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan, Abd al-Malik bin Marwan, Al-Walid bin Abd al-Malik, and Hisham bin Abd al-Malik, Sultan Nur al-Din al-Zanki, Sultan Bibars, the great philosopher al-Farabi, and scholars like Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn Qayyim al-Juziyya, Ibn Kathir, Ibn Khallikan, Ibn Asakir, and the companion of the Prophet Osama bin Zayd, Nasr Salahuddin, and many others. Damascus has 7 historical gates: Bab Sharqi, Bab al-Jabiyya, Bab Tuma, Bab Kisan, Bab al-Salam, Bab al-Faradis or Bab al-Imara, and Bab al-Saghir. Damascus also boasts of ancient Christian ruins like the Damascus Cathedral, Al-Marimiyya Cathedral, and the house of Saint Hananiah, Bab Qisan Church, the Church of Prophet Ananias, and the Church of Saint John the Damascene, the Patriarch of Antioch, the Orthodox Patriarch of Roman Catholic Cathedral, and the Monastery of St. Paul, the Sepulchre of St. George's, in addition to the monasteries of Sidnaya, Malula, Yabrud, Bludan, and Qara. This is Damascus the history, Damascus the civilization. Then we flew south, above the mosque and the shrine of the Blessed Zainab, which is considered by many historians a unique religious place visited by Muslim Shiites. The shrine is in Rawiyah, 10 kilometers on the road to Damascus International Airport. Further south, vast areas of El-Sham semi-desert tell the story of hundreds of thousands of years embodied in these desert formations. This is Shahba in Jabal al-Arab, 90 kilometers southeast of Damascus. It is known as the birthplace of the Syrian Emperor Philip the Arab, who ruled the Roman Empire from 244 to 249 AD. To honor him, the city was called Philopopolis. He took a personal interest in it, so he planned it after the Roman style, built several palaces, temples, triumphal arches, public baths, and a theater. In short, his desire was to make it a second Rome. In the Shahba Museum, wonderful mosaic panels of ancient Greek myths can be seen, like goddess of love and beauty Aphrodite and god of the wine and fertility Dionysus. Remains of prehistorical man dating from the Paleolithic and Bronze Ages discovered here. In 333 BC, Shahba was occupied by Alexander the Great. Later, like Salkhad, it witnessed several occupations until in 1918 the Arabs took it out of the Ottoman rule. In 1920, the French occupied it, and in 1946 it gained independence like other Syrian cities. This is Bosra, where exists the most beautiful and well-preserved of all Roman amphitheaters, and which was built in the 2nd century AD. Here the Ministry of Culture holds the yearly Bosra International Art Festival. The ancient city of Bosra was mentioned in the tablets of Tutmuz 111 and Al-Hanitan in the 14th century BC, the first Nabatean city in the 2nd century BC. It bore the name Bohora, but during the Hellenistic period it was called Bostra. 3 Roman emperors took interest in the city: Trajan, Philip the Arab, and Septimos Severus, the Libyan husband of the Syrian empress Julia Domna. Arabs called it Bosra Sham, Ottomans Bosra Aski Sham. Other names of Bosra are Bostra and Nova Trajana. Excavations done by 2 French and German expeditions are underway.